Alright, so let's talk about our Traxxas TRX4 Sport stock. When we're going to talk about is just a few things that when I was looking at all the different things that I wanted to buy, a few things that I found out about the stock TRX4 Sport that I found that has changed in 2022. One major thing is now has a metal horn for the steering servo. And the steering servo is a 2075X. I don't know if it was an X before, what that would mean, but I know that it's got a metal steering servo horn now, which is the little arm that connects it from here. And I hope you can see it there. So I found that very interesting. So that's nice. And you can see in some of the footage that we've had where we're in the snow, when we're turning the wheels, it's actually pushing the snow out of the way, pushing the truck side to side. I've had it where we're hung up on the center of the truck like this on like a toolbox, but the front wheels are touching, and I've been able to steer and actually drag the whole truck side to side. So as far as servo strength and all that, it's done me great so far as we've learned, and we're gonna learn more as we do more playing and trailing with our hard body on there that adds about 5 pounds, but we'll get to that. More on what else I've learned was the transmitter to speed control. Now there is on your Traxxas quick start guide on page 10, there is a how to set up between 5 different settings, and you have sport mode, which is the default setting when you buy it, and it just allows for forward and reverse control. And people say, oh, it's a little touchy, you have to barely pull it. Some inexperienced people you've seen from what me and Haley have both been, what you've watched on footage wise. Sorry, I'm stumbling for words there, but and you can see as new we are to the hobby, how we've had difficulties or prevailed greatly. I find that the controller's great. I love it, but I don't have anything to compare it to, but I feel like I'm gonna control it. And when I add 5 pounds with the hard body, it performed so well. So maybe there's something in that. But talking on this, you also have a race mode that takes away the reverse, just in case your track doesn't allow that, if you're track racing, I guess. And then there's also 3 blinks for a trainer mode, which slows the model down by 50%. And then there's a trail mode, which is the same as the sport mode, but it adds more of a drag brake, which will allow it for when you're going down hills, it'll slow the truck's roll. And then there's also, for I guess experience or so, a crawl mode, which is 100% brake. So it will just stop while in neutral. By the way, the drag brake also works well in neutral. And then also, you will not have to double tap reverse to go in reverse while in crawl mode. In crawl mode, you will just have immediate reverse and 100% brake. So it'll stop itself and you'll have immediate reverse. So that's pretty cool to know that you have that. So there's a lot more control than I previously thought, just by going off of YouTube and trying to learn through Google and stuff. And also has a downloadable guide, talks about weatherproofing, water or running in wet conditions specifically is what it says. And it does say, in their words, though fully waterproof, the model should not be treated as though it's 100% submersible. So take that for what it is. That's just a little bit in there. And then they tell you, you know, if you're gonna run it wet, run it dangerous, you know, the O-rings only stop so much. There's wire holes and stuff like that. And there's precautions they recommend you learn and take, drying it off and how deep and stuff like that. So I would suggest going into that or watch a bunch as we break it and learn it, I'm sure, as we go. But enough about the Traxxas Sport. That's the end of our blue body, guys. That's the end of it. We're done with it. I do want to show you all what I did to get to the point of getting my Injora, or our Injora hard shell body on there. And that's the Injora D130, if I remember what it's called. And then, yes, that is. And then 313 millimeter body. Now I had to start off the bat. I had to extend the bumper out one. So you take my handy dandy. By the way, this dynamite toolkit that we got on our first video has been amazing. I put this one thing in, take apart pretty much the whole truck. And it just works good because it's a ratchet. And it seems a little chinksy at the right at the part, but you know, it's good. I mean, I love it. But I had to move the bumper out once, so there's 2 holes here. Just boop, 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 pull them out, pull it all the way out, move the bumpers where you want them, put them back in, screw them back in. They don't need to go all the way down because they will come out the other side, and you don't want things to get hung up on the underneath of your truck, right? So I would make sure they don't come out the bottom, and then, you know, just don't do it too tight or anything, doesn't matter. Everything's made of plastic, so just kind of go to where it feels good and just tight, you know? And then there you go, you're good. I also, what I had to do is I had to take out my cross support back here. So this is here, and this mounts up to my shock housing. Now, I got a little tiny give there that doesn't exist up here, where I still have my cross support. So take that for what it is. I don't know if we can put a front one, if I can order a front one, but then I wouldn't be able to move my battery housing in and out. So I was trying to think of different little things. I would like to get maybe something custom made where whoop, whoop, comes around, and just more something like this. You get what I'm saying there? To add some cross support, because I have enough room for a little bit, but just not as much as this. So, and I've seen on other people's videos, they also had to take that off. And then that is also what holds the pin holder in the back, and we're not using the pin holders. So there we go, and I'm throwing screws around. Okay, so those are the parts we took off. That is that's 2 screws here for the pin holder. So bam, you take them out here and here. And then that's 3 screws, bam, bam, and bam, for there. All right, very easy stuff. And I didn't get to watch too much. It was pretty much just figure it out as I went. Make sure they're all in the bag, and it wasn't too bad. Now you can see I got some magnets here. We had some magnets on our walls because we actually have a house that was made by the miners back in the day, and our house's walls are steel walls. So these magnets are super strong. I don't know what they're rated as or anything, but I can't imagine the magnets that we've been waiting on from Amazon. I'll tell you where we're getting them from specifically in another video, but they haven't shown up yet. So we grabbed these off the walls, and it turned out to be the best thing in the world. So we got 4 of those magnets here, and I taped them down. They didn't move anyways. Nothing in the world could move them. They're so strong, but I taped them down anyways just to keep them, I don't know, I just felt like the tape was good. The friction and just less chance of something going bad. So just a little whoop, duct tape there, and then that's our mounting system. I didn't have to move the rear bumper. We left it where it was. We got 2 pins in the front, and I'll show you guys the Injora hard body now. So take that off there, and you can see no squat really. It doesn't sit down, right? Maybe this little bit up here sits a little bit. What we mean is by sit down or squat is when you set the truck down, does it squat down on itself for lower center of gravity like that, see? So that's coming back up, and these are all stock shocks. Now, the Injora hard body here, all finished. We're gonna be showing off a lot of pictures and whatnot. If you guys are on Instagram, we have RC walks on there, and we do a picture a day just about. And so we'll be showing off more on there, so if you want to see all that cool kind of stuff. But right now I'm just going to show off how I mounted it. So right off the bat, and this is a little fumble on my part because I thought I had everything completely ready. There it is. I can show you on the truck, there's no cross beam up here. And I'm trying to show you specifically because I added one. And you see here again how open the compartment is for the engine. Because the hood is openable, so you could get a scale engine to put in. So here's another image. And I wish I would have taken the time, but we had problem with our batteries and trying to learn how to store our batteries. There'll also be another video for that. These are our batteries right here. This is what we're using. We got 2 of these. And we'll get into that, but I was up all last night doing work on the truck, trying to put one of our batteries into storage mode. So yeah, but that's why some things didn't get documented. But as I did a bunch of work, I ended up doing the pin holding in the front, and I wanted to make it really stable. So I actually used a plastic ruler, and I wanted to make it look scale. There's a couple tears in it because, you know, the pins, but I made a firewall there. And doesn't leave a lot, but I'm gonna call this a cab over truck So eventually, hopefully, maybe we can put some shocks in to make it more realistic where we shock it up. But we're gonna consider this a diesel overload, now a cab over truck. So to get to the engine fully, you have to take you can raise the whole body up, but there's also quick access to a few things if you want to pop the hood, such as battery, things like that. And I think that's a cool scale way to look at it. But there's another shot at the firewall idea. Really, it's covering holes that would let water in and stuff like that. It's just ducting tape, not duct tape, but ducting for like aluminum ducting, like at a seed mill or something like that. But yeah, so what I did is I scored the inside of the truck. Scoring is where you take like something that's scratchy and scratch up the surface, make it abrasive. And then I scored the plastic ruler, and this is what I'm talking about. Just one of these cheap Walmart, Kmart rulers. I held a lighter to it for a little bit, and then I just took a plain pair of house scissors, cut right through it, and yeah, it worked out perfectly. Just made sure to treat it with care. We ended up drilling the 2 holes for that. We measured them out by using the old truck body or just the pin pole post, put them up, put a couple dots down, and then I taped the heck out of it with the ducting tape and like 1 layer of normal duct tape as well, and then more ducting tape. And it's glued here and it's glued here, and it's not glued anywhere else. So the only thing stopping it from being pushed down this way, like if you were to push really hard with my finger now, the only thing stopping it is the glue. But being pushed up in through it, what's actually, you know, we're worried about it while you're driving and stuff, is all the strength, everything's stopping it. So, I mean, you guys will know more if it will break. I was thinking about JB welding it. That's a different kind of mechanical glue. So, I don't know, we'll see what we get into. But so far, that's what we're doing for that. And in the back, like I said, we only have 1 stack of magnets, but it keeps it level all the way around. And I feel like it's kind of cool because it adds extra weight only on one side, kind of throws the weight off of the truck, makes it more scale in a way, in my mind, at least that's how I'm thinking of it. And then we have a stack of 2 magnets on this side, and that stops it for any kind of movement. Like I said, I don't know what grade these magnets are, but we probably could have just used the magnets alone, just that 1 stack, and we would never have a problem. It's that hard. We're actually scared of the plastic on the truck breaking when we attach it to the magnets. So I've show you how we do that. Usually I would have Haley help me, and because this is our 2-person hobby, so the truck is a 2-person truck. We drive it together, we build it together, yeah, it's all together. So, but I do usually lift the hood when putting it on. I would have her lift the hood, or I would lift the hood while she's putting on, just so I can see the body mounts to not add pressure and take chances of breaking things. But I can see there, boom, and it's so snug. And listen, there's no rattle. So it's very soft because the tape, and then it's very dense holes. There's no space for it to rattle on there. So there's no pin rattle. When you have one of these Lexidon bodies, I think it is, you have the pin, there's space between the pin and the thing. You can hear it rattling around. That's not gonna happen with taping it down like that. So anything that you're using for pinholes, I would suggest a little bit of tape on it. And then I can just put the pins through here, bam, bam, and it's so tight that it's tore the tape a little bit. So some design there. I think it's so tight that it's a good thing. It doesn't really matter. Maybe it takes away from the scale look that it is a firewall a little bit, but so does the pins in general. So, you know, a little imagination. It's not perfect, but what can you do? Make it better, I guess. And as far as the body fit, we're happy with it. Again, not perfect, but we'll learn more as we go. And then you can really see how much it sits down on it. It's crazy squat. Just, bam. And it felt amazing. And then here in the back, I want to show you in the back what we do, like I was talking about. We went ahead and tried to cover them up a little bit with our barn rope. It's what we set in scale. It kind of looked like that old barn rope you would find at the top. I picked the body up first, and then I set the magnet down because it's so strong. It's already magnetizing to it. And then, bam, that you can hear it. Now I can pick the whole truck up with those magnets. It is not coming off. Like I said, I don't know what those are rated. That's about how much force I had to really throw it down. My arm was in the way.
Okay, I just want to talk a little bit on the Injora hard body here. While I was putting the tailgate on, I did have a screw brake on me. It broke halfway off while it was putting it into the hole, so I just put some super glue and stuck it back in. And that was the only hardware break while we were building it. We did have to gap out the rearview mirror hole to make that be able to fit in, and we also had to glue some other things in. So generally the fit and finish of the body is not perfect, but it is good. Same with how it fits to the frame. I mean, it would fit better if you took out the interior, but I mean, that was one of the big parts of it, is I wanted an interior. Same with having a drop bed. It's just kind of priced of having a drop bed. It's gonna get in the way of some things, you know. I would like to say though, if you're enjoying the video, please consider subscribing to the YouTube, as it helps me reach my goal of becoming a partner this year. It's not a great goal, but it's good to have a goal. You can always like the video or leave a comment. I love hearing questions or ideas. There's a lot I have to learn. There's a lot I have to share. And just thank you. Please consider enjoying the video. It's a little bit more time lapse here, and then we're going to have some more crawling. We look forward to get back outside in some of our next videos. I did learn a bunch about the batteries, and that's kind of keeping us from going out right now because it's so cold. And I'm going to do another video for how to charge batteries, store batteries, kind of the warnings of using the lipos and stuff like that, at least for what we're using and how we learned. Alright, please enjoy.
Okay, Haley's turn to first time on the home course with a new body. What you seen earlier was my first time. Okay, here she comes. Like a pro. Ooh, sometimes it's good to gas it, you know, you never know. She said, I don't want to break it. Oh, it's so cool. Turn it around, drive it back. Got the big cat in the background. Oh, my, the killer cat. Miss Bella, she still don't know what to think of this thing. Oh dear. We got the GoPro clip on, so I'm sorry if you hear some of the clicks. Come on back. Oh, is she gonna roll? Back up, back up. Back up. Woo! Can't see. I know we have like real sightline issues, just like we would if you were driving IRL. Oh, here you go. Go up more to your right, and then start turning in. No. Oh, first rollover ever. Oh, first rollover in the new body too. First rollover I think we ever had.
At least it was...
You were so, are you okay? What are you talking about? You was so up on the hill. Like you were nowhere. You completely in the worst position you could ever be in. Are we okay? Oh my gosh. That's so awesome.
I think
Okay, so we were trying to figure out what to do if we want to do a thing. I think the rules are you get a rollover, right? Or a reposition. We're just doing rollovers because whatever, it sounds fun. So that's what we're gonna do. Just take her here. Luckily we left those running boards on. We were trying to decide if we need them because we don't need them for Circa 1, Class 1, but oh, our mirror squished down on our rope. That's why they got foldable mirrors. I love it. The purse inside is up in the rear view mirror now. That's awesome. We got our little cross in there hanging around on the mirror too. It's flipped upside down. Jesus, take the wheel. All right, let's go. Go ahead. I don't know. You got to get back on course. I would say probably reverse and then climb back up and around. I'm going to steady out for the camera. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, come up. There you go. You can back up some more if you want. I'd say back all the way up to the carpet line. That's a lot of mess in the background. Oh, here's so much for the shooting. Yeah, go ahead and turn it sharp. It turns 45-degree angle. I guess on the Traxxas Sport, so. There you go. Now that's how you want to go back down the hill, too. Go up the hill. Very good, very good. Yeah, turn the wheel. What are you doing? You gotta be able to see some. Back up some. There you go. Ooh. Turn the wheel, turn the wheel, turn the wheel. Yeah, there you go. You gotta back it up slow. No, with the wheels turned the other way. Back it up real slow. Slow as you could possibly ever do it. First you gotta put it in reverse. Is she in reverse? I think she's in reverse now. There you go. There you go. You're going slow. That's good. Keep going. Keep going. You might have to put it back in reverse. There you go. You're getting it. Alright, now other way, perfect. Turn it pretty sharp. You want to make sure that it's going straight down, straight forward. Whatever, that makes sense. So turn the wheels more, turn the wheels. Just commit to it. Keep the wheels turned, yep. Keep the wheels turned, keep the wheels turned. There you go! Commitment. First time off-roader here, so she's getting it. Oh, we lost the ramp. That's okay, take it down as far as you can. I'm gonna try to readjust here. Let me readjust. Perfect. Crawl it where you can. You should got the climb up there. You should be okay. There you go. Man, look at that suspension travel, all stock. I mean, we got the heavy body on there now, but oh, yeah, you got it. Sorry, I'm too excited. I shouldn't be talking. Awesome.